Instagram and I are about to fight. I just spent 37 minutes making a video. I'm being so dramatic. No, it was really 37 though. Only for it to get deleted. That's okay though. But still, I rise, right? I missed you guys. I wanted to do a reading, or a video about readings. Because per my ancestors and guides, and everybody over here, instructions, I am going to be focusing a lot more on divination and readings and cleansing than products and whatnot. I'll still make them, you know. In a reading it might say that you need a custom oil or a bracelet or something along those lines. I'll make it waist beads, etc. My products aren't going anywhere. I have worked way too hard. But just to give you guys a little bit of insight as to why this is, it really has nothing to do with me. It does a little bit because I'm choosing to, one second. Sorry, there was a noise. I am leaning into my dad's lineage. I have spent a lot of time on my mom's. I got into Paulo. I'm a yaya. Paulo has my heart. It has strengthened me in ways that I can't describe. It was everything that I needed, truly. And I'm not leaving Paulo behind, okay? I don't know where y'all get these ideas from. Anyway. And that inclination comes from my mom's side. My mom is of Caribbean descent and white, and my dad is white and Greek Romani. Was. Sorry. Daddy B is no longer here. He's on the other side. But my Romani ancestors gave me their gifts, and divination has always been special to us. We've always kind of been outcast. And I don't know if y'all know this, but the whole mockery that is made of fortune tellers, it's not really a mockery. I mean, it is, but it's not. Like, being a fortune teller or a psychic or anything like that was one of the only jobs that were available to Romani women, because they were not allowed to work. I mean, women in general were not really allowed to work, but like the very few jobs that women were allowed to have, typically Romani women were not. So in order to survive, they tapped into their lineage and told the white people their fortune. So I am taking that gift and trying to use it to help people, as I always have. Basically, because a lot of practitioners are leaving the spiritual community, especially those that started around the time of Miss Rona. They might have jumped into it too early, or just life happens, but a lot of them are leaving because it's not their path, and that's fine. You know, you should never stay in something that's not meant for you. And me, on the other hand, I can say with my whole chest and my heart and soul, God made me for this. God made me for a lot of things, don't get me wrong, but in this season of my life, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. 100%. I don't care if people call me evil. I don't care if people are trying to get in my way. If you want to mess, because it will feel like you're fighting God. If you try to fight me on this, it will feel like you're fighting God themselves. Truly. I wouldn't have it any other way. So, readings, I think, are necessary when you don't have clarity or you just want to check up. You are approaching like a milestone in your life and you want to make sure everything is lined up and, you know, protected, and that you're using discernment and all that. That's perfectly fine. If, you know, people are trying you and stuff and you don't know where it's coming from, then yeah. Let's see what else. Just anytime you feel stuck, you know, especially if you're like a new witch or you just got into tarot, it can be very difficult. That's why I always recommend you guys getting a cleansing when you first start your journey, because it's kind of going to be like you working from a clean slate, if that makes sense. Because the way that my guides explain it to me is when you come on your spiritual path and you're taking in all this info, right? It's like, and you're trying to absorb that knowledge, but you have all this funk and grime and blockages. It's like pouring clear, filtered water into a bucket of dirty water that has a hole in it. It'll get through, but there's going to be a lot of interference. You won't be able to apply what you've been taught or what you've learned, or you won't get on the right path. Like, there's a lot of things that can happen. So sometimes we need a third party to kind of look at things. And I still, like, have godparents. I am not on my own. I am not an elder. I will not be an elder for a very long time. I'm y'all's witchy friend, as my bio says. That is my label. Okay? The thought alone. And it's like, I have my own rapport with my guides about this. I'm in no rush. Like, me personally, I have godparents that bust their ass for us, you know, while taking care of themselves, obviously. I'm just saying, they work very hard for us. They pour a lot of time, love, effort, energy, care, into me and my god siblings, and I look up to them, and I don't want to rush that. So, it does not mean that I can't help y'all, though. So please do not think that just because someone's not an elder, that they're not qualified to help, because that's not true. I've still been in this for a while. It'll be 5 years this year. And I've been a witch, like practicing doing spells and shit since I was 18. So if you really look into it, that's what, oh my god, is that 9 years? It'll be 9 years this year in total? Holy shit. Yeah, I did love spells and shit in college. With my little journal and my notebook and my pen. Yep. But actually, like, dedicated to my path and my spirits, my ancestors, it'll be 5 years this year. So, I definitely enjoy helping, like, you guys get a good foundation spiritually and protecting it and not making the mistakes that I did. It makes it worthwhile. It makes it so that my mistakes are not in vain. I was very rebellious, and I had a lot of trust issues. I didn't want any elders, and some other stuff after that, but I'm good now. Like, we've gotten all that straightened out, and my feet are planted. You know, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and I I love what I do. I love doing readings. It makes me happy. I can feel, you guys, when I sit down to do a reading for y'all, I wish y'all could be in the room with me when I do it. Because I can feel like, and I can feel her right now, one of them. I can feel my Roma Agon, just like their heart lights up. Like, they are so proud and so happy to help me do this, because I'm helping you guys, obviously, and that's number one, but I'm doing something that they were patronized for, or that some of them were killed for, you know, they were held back from, and now I'm the one in the lineage that's like out there with no shame, saying this is who I am, this is my lineage, this is what we're doing, and you're not going to take that away from me. And so in a way, they get to live through me. It's some deep shit. This is not just me throwing some, you know, tarot cards on the table and saying, oh, that's what's going on. No. This is deep. So, very quickly, I wanted to go over the types of readings that I have. Let me see if I have, a screenshot. 1 second. Oh my god, okay, this, oh, well, that's, something I made for a client. Oh, this is off tangent. Y'all look at this. This is so true. This is me.
You ain't never had the fast investigation. You ain't never had the bad one to date you. You're a bad bitch, daddy got spanked you. My nigga fresh. Never had the fast investigation. You ain't.
I can dance a lot better than that, but the point is, alright. Nikki, where did you, okay. Here we go. Boom. Okay, so, divination. This is, a small reading, right? Like 1 to 2 questions for 11 minutes. That's like, should I be with this man? Should I not? Should I take this job? Should I leave this job and go here? You know, something very, straightforward and quick when you just need an answer for 1 or 2 things, right? And it's not just yes or no. Like, I'll explain, my guides will explain why, usually. There's a few circumstances where they'll just tell you flat out no, and then your ancestors will reveal that to you later, but for the most part, it's yes and, or no, but, you know what I mean? Like, there's an explanation behind it. For $20, or the 60-minute, 1-hour reading for $85. And in that, we cover health, finance, love, friendships, happiness, self-love, money, your own energy within you, like a lot of different stuff. That's $85. The spiritual court reading is 60 minutes for $88. That is the one that a lot of y'all have been getting lately, to kind of tell you who your main spirits are. I want to say something really quickly, okay? Because I know this video is kind of gonna bring you guys, you know, to book readings and stuff, which is great. I know that, like, when you get this done, whether it's by me or someone else, especially if it's you finding out that you have a guide that you knew you had and you're just getting confirmation, right? You get so excited. It's like reuniting with a best friend from a past life, or getting to see that family member that you haven't seen in 20 years, getting to see them again, right? I know what that feels like. And it makes your heart light up and makes you super duper happy and you just want to shout it from the rooftops. Protect your spirits at all costs. Let me say that again. Protect your spirits at all costs. Nobody knows except the person that has done my Misa spiritual or my spiritual investigation. The only people that know my main guides are that person and my godparents. That's it. Y'all might think you know. You know. Anyway. Do not ever reveal that shit. Okay? A lot of people can pick up on it. Don't get me wrong. But that also could be an illusion. There are benevolent trickster spirits. You might be around, for example, you might be around somebody that in that moment they are the spiritualist or elder or friend or whoever that's meant to be in your life, but your spirit guides and your ancestors can see further than you can. So you might be super flirty, you might love flamenco music or tango music. I love dancing tango, by the way. And you wear polka dots a lot and perfume and you're always dancing and flirting and blah blah blah, right? So you might have a lot of characteristics of a Gitana, of a Romani spirit guide, right? You might end up falling out with that person. But they think that your main guide is a Gitana. And then they might turn on you or some weird shit and y'all split up and it ends up being something else. Yeah, but regardless, keep your mouth shut. The entire internet does not need to know that you have an Arab spirit guide that rules your head and is your main guide. Okay? Shh. And I'm the type of person that half the time I forget what's said in the reading anyway because I'm channeling, so y'all do not have to worry about me doing that crap. And I'm not that type of person. I don't care enough. I just don't. Not that I don't care about you guys or your guides, I just don't really care enough to try to use shit against you. That's weird. And I have more respect for the spiritual realm. Anyway, when y'all get this reading, it's basically like, usually your ancestors come forward first, right? And then it's kind of like a line. Imagine your ancestors and your guides all standing in a line, like we used to at school, right? And I talk to your ancestors, get those messages through, and then behind them there's a Oriental spirit guide that wants to help you at this moment in time. And then usually it's only one or two, but sometimes it can be three. It just depends how far along you are on your journey and stuff. But that's kind of what that is. And I will never, ever make you guys feel like if you get that reading, you have to get all this stuff for them. Absolutely not. I know that y'all see these pictures of beautiful bobadas and just beautiful altars with all these statues on the internet and stuff. And sometimes that'll hold people back from getting this reading because they're like, fuck, I'm just not in a place in my life where I can make a shrine for my Gitana. I'm just not. So I'll get that reading when I can because I feel like I can't give her that attention. Number one, you're not supposed to even have a shrine to your Gitana. No. She might have a little area, you know, like a lot of people get chairs for their guides. And a doll, some tarot cards, some perfume, some jewelry, you know, a little thing for her, but not an entire, like, shrine. No, that's not necessary. You can have a Gitana and work with her with very simple things. And don't overgive to your spirits either. If you are not in a situation where someone can prepare your statue, do not get a statue. That's just my opinion. I don't recommend getting statues unless you either know how to fix them correctly and you've been taught correctly by an elder or a teacher, or you have someone that can prepare that for you. Because it's very easy for lower level entities to jump into those statues. It doesn't matter if it says Gitana on it. Y'all know the one from the Botanica? It's like, I think she's wearing a blue shirt and she has a head wrap on and she has the crystal ball. Beautiful statue. Shit can jump in. And if you don't know how to cleanse it after getting it from the Botanica, like, you don't know. Okay? Trust me. Your guides know your heart. If God gave them to you, they can hear you. Period. You do not need a fucking shrine. Alright, next type of reading that we've got. Oh. Well, excuse me. Here we go. Okay, medium reading. This is when you have someone on the other side that you want to talk to. This is actually how I got into what I do now. I started picking up tarot and my dad started coming through. And that's how I realized I was a medium. Was my dad. I'm a natural necromancer. The energy, the spirit that lives within me, is very much in line with that necromancy and communicating with the dead and people on the other side. If you have questions for them, we can ask. If you just want to hear what they have to say, that's fine too. But it's very healing, and that one is either 30 minutes for 55 or 60 minutes for 90. Okay? And then a consultation for spiritual work, spell work, is 30 minutes for $60. And another thing I want to say is a lot of times on these readings, I do go over on time. That's just how it is. Especially if the client and I are like vibing and stuff, and you know, we're kikiing and laughing or crying, whichever one. It just goes over on time, it's fine. This is for spell work. Okay? First and foremost, to see if the situation even needs spiritual work. Sometimes it's an easy fix. Sometimes spirit will actually want you to try certain things in the human realm, like sitting them down and talking to them and trying to talk shit out instead of doing spell work on them, for good or bad, right? And then after that, to see if my spirits will take it, and if it's something that I'm willing to do. My spirit guides and I are on the same page. If I don't agree with it, they're not going to do it. They're not going to carry out the work. Okay? If they say no, I'm not doing the work. And then there are certain cases that I absolutely will not do. I will not break up a marriage for you. I will not hurt a child for you. whether it's in utero or out, meaning whether it's a fetus or a living, breathing child, not doing it. I will not attack a woman's womb. That is a sin. Okay? You, like my Madrina says, she always talks about people going against creation. When you try to attack someone's womb, you're going against creation. FYI. Big sin. Men, on the other hand, if they're a rapist and they've committed SA, yeah. At that point, your PP should be immobile. You know, I will not, there's just shit that I won't do. Like, unless your mother is like a terrible person, I'm not going to work her. If it's a spell that I know is going to put you in a compromising situation and my spirits are telling me that, I'm not going to do it. Okay? But I don't really get that many of those, because I think by now my clientele kind of knows how I roll. And if not, you know, we can still do other stuff. Like, even those people that come to me wanting things that I don't do, such as breaking up a marriage, I'll still offer them healing work. If my spirits say yes, that's fine. I'm not going to judge you. But all spiritual work requires a consultation, okay? Last but not least, y'all, it is, oh, it's 12:34, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nikki's getting tired. Ay, Dios mío. Okay, last one. Urgent reading for 111. This is any type of reading that I just told you about. So mediumship, spiritual court, general divination, consultation, whatever, within 24 hours. Usually I try to book you guys at least 24 hours in advance. That just gives me time to organize my time and my schedule. This one is pretty quick. Like, if you say that you need it and I'm up like I am right now and you send over the payment and you're available, I'm available, I'll do the reading. But like it says here, usually if it's an emergency, some type of physical intervention is needed. But I also understand there's just things that happen and there might not be anything in the physical that you can do at that time and you need spirit's help. Or it's just been eating at you and you can't take it anymore and you're like, Nikki, I can't. I have no clarity on this. I've prayed about it. I've tried to fix it myself. I can't take this anymore. It's really hurting me. Can you do an urgent reading? Yes. I will. No judgment. And like it says, I'm only going to do a certain amount of these per day. So if every reading that you get is urgent, we're gonna have to talk. But that's my list of readings. I have a schedule technically, but I'm very like go with the flow, honestly. I don't really have a set schedule because I'm always changing and I'm a woman, so I go through different cycles and timelines and shit every month. So, I love you guys so much. I hope that this video helped you a little bit. I'm always here for readings. I love doing it. It makes me happy. I am also willing to try to teach you how to read for yourself. If that's something that you might want to do, we can arrange that. You know, in a way that is safe. Because like I've always said, please do not go to Barnes & Noble, get a tarot deck, come home, and start just throwing them on the table. Trying to channel shit. Because it's like dialing a random number. Like, coming up 864-282-5881, right? I don't know who that is. Boop, 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 boop. I'm trying to place a phone call, but I don't know where it's going. You see what I mean? And it doesn't mean that you won't be right or you won't get the truth. Because lower level entities can tell the truth too. And then they'll trick you later. That's how they, that's how they get you. So, I'm gonna get off of here. I am tired. I want to lay down, but I wanted to make a video for y'all. I'm always here for you, okay? My readings are the prices that I told you. They have gone up a little bit because of inflation, but I think the most I raised the price was like $10 more. My reviews are on my highlights, okay? I love you. Bye.